Suten, Seti, and we're in a place. Y'all know what it is. KingSeti.com online marketplace. Official. General Sara Seti, DVDs, t-shirts, hoodies. Got that African and Kemetic jewelry for your family. Get over there, check me out. KingSeti.com. Patreon. General Sara Seti just got off the live stream. Adam and Eve. Ancient vampires exposed. Got to get there and check it out. You see what I'm saying? Taking it a level above what I could do on YouTube, and even then, goddamn it, when it hold on, family, hold on, hold on. Y'all know what it is? Boom! I'm back in the house, Black Pop. Y'all know what it is when it just gets so raw. God damn it, we got to take it over there. GeneralSeti.com, Seti University. That's where I'm gonna be dropping. You know, my creatures from the caucus. The making of the white man advanced studies is gonna be there because it's just too raw. You understand what I'm saying? Got to go in their mouth. And so we got to take it there. And so make sure you subscribe to both channels, General Seti, Sara Seti YouTube pages. Hit that notification bell and like the video because you love it, because you know that we be getting down. Now, number one, I know y'all niggas out there, y'all in weeping because it's Easter. I think it's Easter Sunday. I damn near forgot about it. And I'm glad to say that my mind is developing and shit. Well, uh uh I'm just totally forgetting about shit. You see what I'm saying? And that's good. You know what I'm saying? But for family out there, and they want to know, and you know what this is all about. We know that this is a solar system. You see what I'm saying? And that everything, is centered around the sun, including the calendar, including the 365-day calendar, which was created in Egypt at least 6,000 years ago. You see what I'm saying? Created in Egypt over 6,000 years ago. And when you look at the 365-day rotation of the earth around the sun, you will see that it's a cross. It's divided up into 4 quarters. Some say spring, fall, what is it? It's autumn, summer, fall, winter, and spring. You see what I'm saying? And so here we are at the spring equinox. I looked at the calendar. Easter change every damn year. So you know damn well it ain't based on no individual's death, because nigga, if you got a obituary the day your ass died, nigga, that's the day. Ain't gonna be no new day. You know what I'm saying? Well, whatever day you die, and they put that obituary, that's the day you die. You see what I'm saying? How is it that this man didn't resurrect, and you know what I'm saying, every year on the different months, different days, because it's solar. You understand what I'm saying? You look at Easter is the first Sunday after the first full moon, you know, in the spring, after the spring equinox. So when the spring equinox come, then you look for the first full moon. And when that first full moon pop up, which I think was February, wait a minute, I believe was March 28th, if I'm not mistaken, and that was the full moon. Well, right there, the first Sunday after the first full moon is Easter. So this is astrological. It ain't got nothing to do with no goddamn no man resurrecting from the grave. And once you understand that Jesus is only a white supremacist icon to hide the truth of the ancient Egyptian solar mythos, then you know what I'm saying? It'll all become clear. You see what I'm saying? Just and we didn't went over it with the 12 disciples. That's novice shit. You know what I'm saying? And so when we talk about the Passover, what is it? It's the sun passing over the equinox. That's what it is. The sun is passing over the equinox. Now, many times, let me see if I got some work to share. Let's see. I might got a little work. Which one I want to share? Let me see. This might be the one. Now, we was supposed to be talking about, and I will. We're going to talk about, because this is dealing with astrological prophecies, cosmological, cosmic prophecy. Okay, so you see right here, the sun passing over the spring equinox. This is Passover. You see what I'm saying? This is Passover. And so that's solar. You see? And when y'all realize that from, Christmas, Easter, you see what I'm saying? Then you will understand. So when you see here, you see the crucified image of a Sara. You see? And then you see right there, and they sometimes they show him mummified. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they show him mummified, but and so he's not mummified today. But I asked him, I said, well, damn, they always showing Jesus and Lazarus and all of that to be mummies. I said, well, where's the ancient Israelite mummies? You can go to damn near any museum in the world and find an Egyptian mummy, because they proven beyond any doubt that they were mummified. So when you see this Jesus story and he's a mummified Christ, yeah, that's all the characteristics of ancient Egypt. But damn, were y'all really mummifying like that? You see what I'm saying? And so we don't see no Israelite mummies. We don't see no King David or Solomon or none of that. You understand what I'm saying? And so this is astrological, but it's also spiritual, cosmological spiritual, because it's also the rise of the higher self within the African self. You understand what I'm saying? You at a dead level where you don't know anything. Then you begin to grow, and you just like the cocoon, of a caterpillar and shit, which is the wrappings of the mummy, and you come out of that stage, and you blossom up out of that stage. So it's a cycle showing the development and the resurrection of man, of African man and woman. You understand what I'm saying? Through the different levels of life. You see what I'm saying? And so it shows, that we invented salvation. Shit, we was the one that created the afterlife. Didn't nobody know nothing about no goddamn afterlife. They didn't know nothing about no afterlife. We go read George M. James, The Stolen Legacy. Shit, that was one of the clear things that the ancient Egyptians gave the world, was salvation, the afterlife. Other than that, motherfuckers just looked out in the stars and they wondered. You know what I'm saying? It was in the Nile Valley where it was codified and brought into institution, And so, we look down and we see here, again, we see the popes. You see, Sterling. And so we see in the Vatican where it wasn't too many people in there today. You understand what I'm saying? Because of the pandemic and so on and so forth. So we see even there that the bigger, and you can see that they still in the traditions right from in front of our face. I know y'all seen that bullshit over there in Egypt where they had some type of parade where they brought the mummies out and they out there, they look like, this was the biggest Ringling Brothers, you know what I'm saying, Barnum and Bailey shit that I ever seen in my life. Clowns. You see what I'm saying? Clown. Keep stealing our traditions. And so the resurrection is us. You see what I'm saying? We are the ascending Heru. We are the ascending Heru. And you see, so you got to see, hey, ruin Asa are aspects of the sun in life, the sun in death. You know what I'm saying? The sun, but also showing that we one with the sun, because what we produce melanin. You know what I'm saying? And many other things, not just melanin, but that's one of the clear. When we say, "Oh, you connected to the sun," we could prove that. Nigga, there ain't no just nothing we just making up. We could prove that we connected to the sun. So being that we connected in a way that we cannot live without the sun in many ways. And so that shows something. So we saw that we were so connected to that sun, then our manifestation and walk must be like the sun. That's just obvious. And so our resurrection, just like the sun resurrects every day. That, you know what I'm saying? That's the resurrection, the solar resurrection. Every day it resurrects. You see what I'm saying? And so you see here again, you see here the wrappings, the mummification of Jesus. But where's the body? Shit, they got Egyptian mummies all over the damn world. You see what I'm saying? They got goddamn, all over the world. And so, you can see, let me get down here because I really, I didn't even remember it was no damn Easter. And so I was like, shit, let me throw something because I wasn't gonna even talk about it because I had goddamn forgotten. You see what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be in and out. You know what I'm saying? Wait a minute, I'm gonna be in and out. And so you see here, which is Ra. When you think about what they call the Medunata, you see the symbol for Ra. You see the soul. You see the circle of the sun in the middle, and you see the 360-degree circle around that sun. And so you just quarter it off and you get the 4 quarters of heaven, which became the 4 gospels, or in ancient Egypt was the Canoptic, the 4 sons of Horus, which was the Canoptic jars, which, they placed the organs of the deceased. You see what I'm saying? And so once you understand that the icon of Jesus is just, to impose a spiritual imprisonment over the race, over the African race. You see what I'm saying? When it was the sun, see, they didn't hear the sun. They didn't hear the sun in most of these aspects. And we don't understand that even in the Bible, they clearly say that God is the sun. And so we so fucked up. We think that we could get past that. We think somehow we're gonna prosper by, letting that slide and not dealing with that and not accepting that. You see what I'm saying? So, even here you say, when you talk about the Eucharist, and you know what I'm saying, and it says the body of Christ present in the mysteries is the Son, the Eucharist. You see what I'm saying? the Eucharist. So they know that it's the Son. And so we don't want to accept that because we're going to have to shine the light on somebody that you might love. You understand what I'm saying? We got to shine the light on the white woman you love or the white man that you love. And it's going to hurt you to do that. So you try to choose another route. You're not going to accept that, even though that's what it is. And that they have revealed that truth to us, even though you have not accepted it. And so, when we understand, that the Son is the God within, and we see here that when we talk about, I could take that out. You see what I'm saying? You see there, the cross, the white Christ on the cross. See, you not understanding this. Why you sitting up here looking at all the, it's a revealing tale that's being put right before your eye, because you don't understand that it's a solar cross. Y'all don't want to talk about that. I know what it is. I ain't got to fucking second guess. See what I'm saying? Y'all want to look on the surface level. You understand what I'm saying? Cookies and cream, and make sure Santa got some cookies and shit when he come down the chimney and shit like that. I ain't got time for that. You see what I'm saying? So when you understand that it's the solar cross, that and so this white icon is symbolic of the whole of them, not just one of the whole of them. And so they talk about it in other religions, whether it's Nordic or whatever. It is in the Nordics, it's called Ragnarok, and it deals with the end of the Nordic gods by fire. And you can watch the goddamn Marvel comics in Revelations. It's the same thing, by fire. You see what I'm saying? And so this is today what they call global warming. They dumb it down and call it global warming. You see what I'm saying? But it was told many, thousands of years ago. And that's why, I'm doing a video on why they, really burned down the Library of Alexandria. Shit, I mean, a lot of that shit has already been foretold. And so when you see here, you see again, you see the 12 disciples. You see Jesus as the Son, and then you see 3 disciples, 3 months of spring, 3 months of summer, 3 months of autumn, 3 months of winter. Okay? And not all areas had the same seasons. And so, it changes. You see what I'm saying? So you can see that here is solar. So when we talk about the Passover. And then again, you got the death of Jesus, and then you got the Passover. Why is all of these? It's like a clutter of religions that just pull up, and they all got a goddamn holiday around the same time. How is it that it could be that y'all could have, so the death, resurrection of Jesus and the Passover, where goddamn the Hebrews supposedly left Egypt and all this shit? You see what I'm saying? At the same damn time. And we have to understand that Passover speaks about the death of African people. You understand what I'm saying? And we have to accept that's what it is. And we can't just say, oh, well, no, that's what it is. Even when you talk about the firstborn in the land of Egypt, everyone died and shit. And so you got all these wicked ass curses, and you know what I'm saying, on African people. But you're not looking at the truth or the reality. We had our own mythology, that are intertwined with a lot of these astrological calculations. And so they place, many of their own icons over our original symbols. And we assume that this is them, and it's not. And we can easily see that. You see what I'm saying? And so here you see that these 4 seasons is recognized by the canoptic jars, and the canoptic jars, which the cardinal points north, south, east, and west, is astrological, is also geographical to the planet. You understand? It's also in connection. So is any the quarter of the 365-day calendar. You see, this is what this is. And so again, you can see the sun in the middle, and you can see the equator or the equinox going through the middle. You understand what I'm saying? And so once the sun, anything below that, you basically in the lower realm. You understand what I'm saying? You in the lower realm. When you cross over to the right, we talking about dead middle, going, east to west, west to east. You see what I'm saying? Anything below that is the dead level. You know what I'm saying? That's the realm of Osar. And then everything above is the realm of who we call Heru, the avenging sun. And so the Passover is when the sun passed over the equinox. They've intertwined all these crazy ass races or concepts. You see what I'm saying? And so, we got it. And so this is your gospels. You understand what I'm saying? With Jesus being the son and and the canoptic jars or the four sons of Horus being the four gospel writers of the Bible, whether Matthew, Luke, John, and Mark. You see what I'm saying? And so, this is where, so we can't get caught up in all that mythology shit. You understand what I'm saying? If we're going to get down to the get down, you understand what I'm saying? And not just to be reading charts, but getting free. It's good. We must continue to advance our knowledge in all the studies that we do. But we got, at the end of the goddamn day, we got to manifest it. You know what I'm saying? The manifestation of these things, not just talking this shit, but really popping it off. And that's where we got to lead the goddamn way. Many of these other groups, that's what happened. They stagnate. You see what I'm saying? Motherfuckers get that little early energy, and then motherfuckers fizzle. You understand what I'm saying? Because they get, halfway or 1/4 of the way up, and the motherfuckers get to tripping over everything. You see what I'm saying? And so we know that we are the originator of many of these concepts. Even when you deal with the goddess, when you deal with the Milky Way, which is in the sky of the southern hemisphere. You understand what I'm saying? Our African ancestors looked to the southern hemisphere for heaven. They was oriented to the south of Africa. That's the direction that they look to. They look to them. So when you talking about, if you was looking in, from the pyramid, and this is very, because if you don't know where you standing at in the goddamn on the planet and on the universe, what the fuck am I gonna tell you? Nigga, you disoriented. When they say a motherfucker is disoriented, you are disoriented. Motherfucker, you don't even know where you at and where you standing at in the universe. And I can't tell you which way to go because you don't even know where you at. I got to give you some form of orientation so you can even have a dot where you can fucking say, I'm beginning here. If you just gonna be a nigga to float into nothingness, then you could do that. You see what I'm saying? When you start talking geography, y'all see how many times when I was just teaching about that damn Suez Canal, didn't I tell y'all how powerful that is? See, I shit that I could say, just I could tell you. And then that motherfucking, and what happened? They clogged that shit up and they fucked they down. They trade up. I've been teaching y'all about that. The significance of that and the significance in the ancient world, that Egypt had, because at that time it was the premier. trading, link to the world. It was number one. You see what I'm saying? So in this world where you got a lot of, it's still it linked, a very vital link. And I taught y'all about that. You see, you when you start dealing with ocean, you dealing with trade, and that might be too much for a motherfucker. Y'all might have to stick to just talking about candles and and incense burners and prayer rugs and shit. That's all. I ain't mad at the family, but some people, that's all they do. You see what I'm saying? And so when we get to talking this oceanography and shit, and let me show y'all that so y'all can see this. Hold on. Let me take that out there for just a second. So y'all can see north to south. You see what I'm saying? That's very key that y'all see that north to south. You see what I'm saying? So at the pyramids of Giza, you know what I'm saying? Because it was very profound and, being, traveling the Nile on the ark of the Pharaoh. You understand what I'm saying? To spiritually, you know, continue to sail to the cosmic Nile, which is the Milky Way, and become one with the Holy Father and the Holy Mother in Orion, in the constellation of Orion, including the star Sirius. So this was Isis and Osiris, and so this was and so this is the spiritual concepts of our people. You see what I'm saying? We got to have, when you talk about royalty, you see, niggas is always acting like, when I teach, wait a minute, nigga, get a heart in your chest. This is information as fuel to give, to fire up truth in your mind. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody gonna give you every and I guess some people very well may need every step. You understand what I'm saying? That they cannot create for themselves. See what I'm saying? When you begin to deal on the levels that I deal on, I know it's gonna take you to a certain level. You understand what I'm saying? When we talk about oceanography and then we start talking about this global trade, you understand what I'm saying? We start talking about geography and geology. You going up under that goddamn ground. You talking resources. See, a lot of people don't want to deal with that because it leads to shit. You know what I'm saying? That they don't really intend on. You know what I'm saying? They ain't going that far. You know what I'm saying? And so again, I continue to teach information that keep us a global people and keep our vision just beyond the corner, the street corner. And some, you know what I'm saying? We got to be thinking and we got to, play the role until it's time to play the role. You understand what I'm saying? We got to think nationalistic in everything that we do. And so, we are a part of this universe. And sometimes we think that we could shut the fucking universe out, and and we ain't gonna touch this nigga. The universe gonna touch you every second of your life. So you can either recognize it or don't recognize it. That's why many people have not recognized the true origins of this Cro-Magnon. And you ain't, because if you did, then you would have been made the necessary changes, and it would have cleared up. It might have brought on more, aggression, but still, you just, you quit fooling yourself and just deal with the truth of what's really going on and how we got to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? And people don't want to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? They'll say, "Oh, he lying, Seti lying, that the truth. That ain't what all he's showing on them videos is not the truth." I ain't made up shit. That was y'all shit that I put in front of the world, and you shouldn't not have put that shit on the internet to do and leave it there. You understand? Not thinking people would use that. You know what I'm saying? And so, and we still could see it 1,000 times and still continue to play like there's something fruitful that come out of that. You understand what I'm saying? Believe your eye, your lying eye, when you look at that. And so you see right here, you see many of the great ones, they look to them stars, especially in Orion, which is sacred to Osiris, and especially Sirius, which was sacred to the great goddess our Seti. You see what I'm saying? The holy so we look to the south. You understand what I'm saying? People talking about some goddamn man. If a motherfucker come from the north, he gonna look to the north. He gonna look to where he come from. You see what I'm saying? You know, and so people keep, you know, and the origins of the Africanness is there. See, when we realign, and you know, I'm not just talking about reading no book and regurgitating no damn fact. That don't mean shit. Nigga, you got, you know what I'm saying? You got to rearrange your whole state of living. You understand what I'm saying? You know, niggas thinking they just regurgitate some damn fact and somehow poof, you gonna be free. That ain't got nothing to, that just fuel. You understand? And strategy. So when you make your move, you make good moves. You understand what I'm saying? You make educated move. You well thought out move. You see what I'm saying? That's what it's for. But the actual get down and getting on the field, and you know, that's just like going over, you know, you playing some type of sports and you going over and watching all type of videos of the team you playing. Yeah, but still you got to get out there and win the game. What the fuck? You could just cause you done looked over that somehow that make you no, you still got to get out there, and that's what's wrong with niggas, cause they think they gonna think they way, you know, and when the first people that ever won a revolution through thinking, you gonna think a victory in revolution. You see what I'm saying? And so that just show you the disconnect. You see what I'm saying? And so when we talk about the Milky Way, it's no coincidence. When we talk about Heteru, which is the zoomorphic form of the goddess Nu, and we see here that they had already mapped it out and put it in. You know, so this is supreme science. See, when we start talking about Egypt, you know, motherfuckers get to getting, you know, they rather run to Atlantis, Lemuria. You understand? Because they can get them prayer rugs out. You understand what I'm saying? They get them scent burners out then. But when you start dealing, you got to deal with some astronomy. You understand? You got to deal with constellations. You got to deal with rotations. You see what I'm saying? So we know without no doubt that our ancestors had mapped out the Milky Way. You understand what I'm saying? And had clearly intertwined it into their spirituality. Yeah, you feel me? In many forms, in Nu, in Heteru, what you see right there, Heteru, the cow goddess, the zoomorphic form of the goddess Nu, the zoomorphic form of the goddess Isis. You know, all three intertwined. You know, goddess Nu and Ra, the cosmic Ra being the sun, being the cosmic form, and then Isis, the mother Isis, and the baby Horus is the earthly form, the anthropomorphic form, and then you got Heteru, and as the zoomorphic form. You understand? Because you see many pharaohs will come to the other Heteru and drink because that's nourishment. This is what you call the liquid of heaven. You know, many people call that shit ambrosia and all other kind of names. You understand what I'm saying? And so you see the Pharaoh who is symbolic of the Heru. You see what I'm saying? In there's an understanding. You understand what I'm saying? If you see the Pharaoh and then you understand and you didn't turn your back on your black woman, see, you want some black power where you can walk around, nigga, without no commitment to the black woman. And we can't have that. That's what it comes down to. You see what I'm saying? And we putting it in, which is gonna cause you to be at odds. A lot of people don't want to be at no odds. They don't want to be at no odds. You see what I'm saying? And so when we talking about, prophecies, that, these are one of the major prophecies out of that is, and which was foretold many thousands of years ago. You understand what I'm saying? As I just went over and we talk about, Adam and Eve, ancient vampires, and they was told long time ago. You know what I'm saying? Because the ancients knew they know what this planet gonna be in so many thousands of years. Because when you think about African people being on this planet for millions of years, and you talking about not just the 365-day solar year, but we talking about the great year where the sun completes its 24 and some, I don't know if it's 200, 24,000, 200 or some odd years to make the solar, the sun's complete revolution, which is called the great year. So even at that, at 20, if you just round it off at 25,000 years, with African people being on the planet for over damn millions of years, shit, even 25,000 years, how many times have we seen a great year? And then when you look around at everybody else, they were just crawling. They were just crawling. God damn, crawling. They ain't said, just crawling. Just 2,000 crawling. You understand? Civilizations ain't, you know what I'm saying? And and that's facts. Because we don't have to argue about it, I done seen what I needed to see to prove any, we not still, yeah. If you just want to rate Egypt of everything, and you just gonna dig for everything, and use a parasite to have everything, then you can continue digging. But Egypt has already said all it need to say. You ain't got to dig no damn more. You see what I'm saying? But when you deal with all other peoples, they are a magical book institution. You don't have no great temples or nothing. You don't have nothing. You don't have no goddamn, tombs and no of your kings and your prophets. You don't have no great. But we can go to Egypt and Ethiopia and all over Zimbabwe. We can go all in West Africa. What evidence is there? And so, the days where we could just continue and to let mythological stories to exist, unabated, no attack. While you got ceremonies with Arabs and shit out here, Ringling Brothers and shit out there parading dead bodies, of the ancestors of the pharaohs, and I don't know if they were actually in there or not, or they just had the sarcophaguses. You understand what I'm saying? But see, this is where you got the intellectual fight, but then you have no physical presence, and so you can have all the truth in the goddamn world, and it ain't gonna goddamn matter. That's why the fight must always be intertwined with everything that we do, because it's going to empower us. That's our energy source, because it's a divine cause. God damn it, it's a righteous goddamn cause, and it should be carried on until victory. Nigga, you turn back, and so they're going to take away from you those who going to give you the knowledge. You understand what I'm saying? They know their time is up. You understand what I'm saying? They know their time is up, and when we talk about, we must continue to talk about it, and it ain't like no dome. It's gonna be a solar, and gonna come across the sun. The sun gonna come across the sky, and somehow niggas is gonna be free, and you gonna hear a motherfucking bell in the sky when the sun come across, and it just gonna say dome, and niggas gonna be free. No, it ain't gonna be like that. It's an age. Yeah, the universe is going to be on your side, and it's going to be at that point where the tide is in your favor. And you can take the energy of that tide against your adversary. You understand what I'm saying? And you should be working every day, right now, to do that. So we are connected to the stars because the stars is connected to us. You understand? When you understand nature, then you will understand what the fuck is going on. That's why people still living in Tornado Alley and shit. You know what I'm saying? I got a prophecy that if it been coming through there every time, about these 3 months and tearing up shit for the last 200 years, just like y'all, yeah, I guarantee you, damn near 200 years from now, it'll be doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And motherfuckers ain't looking at the stars. They ain't looking at nature. It's when you think you can scoot nature aside and that it don't matter, this shit is for kings. I was looking at some of this, this English shit. I was studying some shit, and they got what they call the shit the house of the lords. They call this shit the house of the Lord. And what it is, you go in the goddamn and you look up on the wall and shit, and he ain't got nothing but all his grandfathers, and from his father to his, and got over 50 damn, where they didn't went back so many generations. You don't throw away your history. Kings, adorn their history and their forefathers. When you see motherfuckers say, why y'all dealing with it? That's the first attributes of a goddamn king. You understand what I'm saying? When you look and you go down there to them universities, what do they put up? They put all the great statues, all the great ones. They put all around whoever whether it's Plato, Socrates, and all, Sir Isaac Newton, and Galileo, and all that bullshit. You see what I'm saying? That's what kings and royalty all around the world, that's what they do. And so there's no reason for us you think that we would have to throw away. You understand what I'm saying? Because you heartless nigga, no courage having ass nigga can't gather and muster up no energy to make some of this a reality that we know to be true. You see what I'm saying? And so I guess, you know what I'm saying? We ain't ready. Maybe a little bit. I don't know. But, you still keep moving forward because the reality is that it's not going to change. And so, we passing over. This is spring. This is a new life, new life and new energy. And we should move like, you know what I'm saying? Be positive and be safe in what you do and be prosperous in what the fuck you do. You know what I'm saying? In all your prospering, see the prosperity of your people in that too. You see what I'm saying? See the prosperity, and that's right there is in the stars for our people. You see what I'm saying? That our time and continue to move forward. Don't go backwards for shit. Because we done been and we know ain't nothing behind us. You understand that we should turn around forward, move forward. If you had to go left or right, I could understand. And if you had to take a step back or step two, because you about to turn that motherfucking corner I can understand them kind of step backs too. If you trying to, you about to bust that motherfucking, let me take these 2-3 motherfuckers back because I'm about to take off on their ass and bend that corner and be out. I can understand that too. You understand what I'm saying? So it don't get caught up in none of these holidays. Is astrological. You understand what I'm saying? But these are things that we had all, so you ain't got to go to the other man. You can go back to the motherland. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to go to the other land. You can go to the motherland where it started from. Far more spiritual and far more original. Be original. Okay, family? I got to get on over here. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell and like the goddamn video because you love it. KingSeti.com, Patreon, General Sara, Suten Seti, and of course, GeneralSeti.com, Seti University. I got it all for your family. Fuck with me. Black Pop. Boom.